Can you feel it? Can you feel that Saturn is almost about to turn around? I am so excited. We start to see when Saturn is about to go direct that chaos magic starts to come to a close, especially being in Pisces, which is known for the indirectness and the veils and the blindness of things, which is where a lot of chaos magic can happen. That's true. With Saturn and Neptune being in Pisces, that kind of activates chaos magic, which chaos is just an order that has not yet been identified or is too large to comprehend. That's at least how I work with chaos magic in the structural integration and articulation of it. Also true. But when Saturn is about to go direct, we're no longer under this like chaos happening, because what happens, Saturn is about pattern and it's about order. So when it goes retrograde, we are kind of thrown into an old order. It's something that we're not used to, something that might not make any sense to us. And so it feels a little bit chaotic, and Saturn offers us lessons through that chaos and asks us to, if we need to change, then do that. But if not, then stay how we are and keep moving in our order and hold our boundaries as they need to be held. So especially for spiritual practitioners, because Pisces has to do with our spiritual lives and our spiritual disciplines and practices and information too, especially for people who are spiritual practitioners, we are moving out of being forced into this energy of chaos, which, listen, love chaos. I love chaos magic, and I also love order. I like when things make sense as well. So with Saturn about to turn around, we are about to have a lot of pretty serious things ground, because now we're not in the chaos anymore. Saturn sees the order that we're in on an individual, community, collective level. Saturn sees that order and is like, okay, got it. Wrap it up. We gotta go. So the chaos that we have been in no longer will ever be again, and also has helped us to reorder and restructure our lives and our practices. And in that reorder and restructure, we are moving into a different hierarchy, a different seat of power, more lessons, different lessons probably too. Because one thing I've learned about Saturn and the way that Saturn can train a person, it's going to give you little tiny bits of information. Here is this thing about your spiritual practice with Saturn and Pisces. Here is this thing about your spiritual practice. Here is this thing about that spirit information. Here is this thing. And it's these tiny little small, I don't know if there's another word for it, gifts, tiny little gifts of information about spiritual discipline and practices and transitions, as Pisces also too. And if you can train yourself in those and you learn the lesson of those tiny little things, Saturn's like, okay, we're moving on. You figured out the tool, you put it together. We're going to need that tool. So what did you figure out over this Saturn retrograde? What did you learn? What did you integrate? Especially within your spiritual spaces, wherever Pisces is in your chart, any Saturn influence as well. And if you want to get really in-depth, your 10th and 11th house, but that's like extra homework. It is. What have you learned? What have you been trained in the chaos? Also true during the Saturn retrograde, because you're about to need that information and that tool. So go with yourself for a moment, if you find it's necessary, and have a little look-see back. Have a little look-see. Have a little understanding for yourself. What chaos trained me over this Saturn retrograde? What did I learn and be trained in this chaos that was the previous several months? Oh, okay, I see the power I was offered. I see the power that I earned. Now we're about to use that power. We're about to walk into a place where I'm going to need that power. There we go. November 15th is when Saturn goes direct. Also, it's on a full moon, so lots of illumination and clarity. Anyways, gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep doing what you need to do. Keep up your brew. I'm really excited for this to turn around. I'm really excited for Saturn to help us ground. Ooh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Who gets excited for Saturn stuff? Crazy people. That's who. Anyways, I'll talk to you soon. You either love Saturn or it's going to suck, man. That's just what I figured out. So I will love Saturn. That's what I will do. Not the witch's cackle coming out. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.